So in this case, we have very powerful ways to work with data in forms. Okay, let's look at a different scenario when you have a few clicks and also maybe you have some radio buttons, and we want to illustrate that with cat shelter, okay? In the cat shelter, you can add a cat, and it has a radio button if it wants to go outside or if the cat likes to stay inside. So creates a little bit of a challenge to try and capture this in a good reusable way, okay? So let's start in forms and create again, click on the tab for test and say add cat in this case. And again, it's going to be cat shelter. So let's put cat shelter here. And let's run it again to make sure you're at cat shelter. Let's do a straightforward recording. We'll add a cat, we'll add some dummy data, and we see what happens. So this is the meow cat. And now we can choose to bind it into a parameter, but I'm not going to bother now. So I use the tab key to simply jump to the description, and I will get static data meow cat. We can change that always afterwards. No big deal. Super fluffy cat likes to meow. Whatever, right? So now I'm going to fill in one of these radio buttons. Okay. Boom. So now it says, okay, it sets the value to outside. And then maybe we want to see what would happen if it would fill the stay inside. So that's inside or outside. You see directly in the UI, it's pretty simple. It's inside or outside. So I would actually do that. I would simply just add the cat just like that. And then I would get to work on the test to make it dynamic. So in this case, the way I like to do it is actually work directly in JSON. Some people like the key value editor. I like basically to just type the JSON directly in. So the way we're going to do it now is we're just going to open it. And then we're just going to guess here. Well, name should be name. And I'm saying meow cat. And the reason why I'm using the same values here, you don't have to, right? You can put whatever you want. This is sometimes when I want to replace them afterwards, Boozang will suggest that, oh, you probably mean parameter this, okay? As you can see, there is syntax highlighting. So I see now that in my name value pair, the name is highlighted in blue and the values are highlighted in orange. And this is a good way for you to be like, oh, am I doing the right thing? Am I in JavaScript now? Am I outside? And this is a good test to see that you're getting the syntax highlighting. So I'm typing the description, but I'm just going to put something short here. Banana cat. Because I don't feel like writing it tons, okay? Now the key is, what are you seeing with this radio button? You see that it has a set action. How would you do that? Well, it's very simple actually. You can actually just do, I'm just going to call this radio, or call it exactly what it's called there, in or outside. So let's do that, in or outside for the radio button. And I will just do, let's take a shot that it just worked like this, okay? And then I get to work on the test. So now I always want to be in the value where I see meow cat. And again, remember, double brackets to get into JavaScript mode. And now if I do parameter, it's gonna show me all the stuff I have in parameter. So I just do name, and then I'll do description. I'll go into value, and again, double things to get into JavaScript gives us the syntax highlighting, and I do parameter, and I do, for instance, description here. And then I've now tried both of them. Of course, I just need to set one of them, right? But now I know the values. That's why I recorded both of them. So now I can just go directly. Same thing. Boom, boom. Parameter in or outside. So now, if I want to keep this, I recorded this, I can actually just disable it and it won't be run, but I will still keep it. And then of course I can move it back later. So let's just see how this is working, okay? So let's play it and see if everything is working. There's the meow cat, it's the banana cat. And then wants to go outside. Let's make sure that that's what we said. Wants to go outside. And of course, maybe I'm cheating. Let's try inside and let's just see if this is working as well. Wants to stay inside. So sometimes radio buttons, checkboxes can cause you problems, but very often when you have natural language selectors that finds the checkbox or the radio button for you, it's this simple to automate these kind of more complex controls and make them data driven.